Hello, friends. Welcome again to a wonderful Monday at 2 o'clock for the Rabell Realty Group podcast I'm Kristen Rabell and
I'm Rebecca Johnson.
Yay. Thanks for joining us today. We're excited to see you. We've got lots to talk about, some for realtors, some for buyers and sellers, and always for our friends and fans. So thanks for joining. As usual,
we're going to start every Monday like we always do, and that's with your Monday Market Moment Report. All right, so let's see what's happening in the Gainesville real estate market
Check out
this
these
month.
numbers. These are from this morning, not even
They're
late
from
day.
this morning,
Yep.
Correct. So active listings so far from February 1st until today.
1
you
week.
have, 92 homes have hit the market. You've had 139 pending sales and 65 closings so far in the month of February. Now, we're only looking at the Gainesville market, and we will be expanding as we continue to bring our fans into the fold on our other markets, which we talked about last week. So we will be looking at some numbers in Tampa Bay, St. Augustine, all those different
areas.
counties.
Right.
Yep.
So in
stay tuned for that.
Gainesville, what we know that you and I are actively dealing with is the low inventory. Like we talk about every single week, but I think it's becoming even more apparent with more buyers coming on. So I want to talk about what happened with me this weekend. Put 4 properties on the market. All of them had multiple offers within hours. Honestly, hours. And we can't always pin them. So sometimes those pending sales at 139 are even more throughout the day because we can't race fast enough to pin them so that, they can be off the market for more buyers who are desperately looking. I actually had one realtor today, he might be on, and he said, oh my gosh, there's going to be no inventory left over. Why does this keep happening? Because what happened was he called today to show it today, and it already had 2 offers by yesterday when it was on the market. And so that is what we're dealing with right now. I'm looking at the numbers from just today, new on the market as of a few moments ago, 8 properties. And this is for attached homes and residential homes. And then closed 5, pended 37. And those aren't even the 4 that I'm talking about because I've only pended 1 of them because the rest were sort of just dealing with last little initials and everything. So that's a lot all in one day.
I mean, I remember when, sound like an old person, I know, the good old days. I remember when we were getting into real estate and people were talking about the inventory shortage and we were just too new and too dumb to frankly know what they were talking about.
Too inexperienced, never dumb.
Inexperienced. There you go. That's a nice way to say it. And there would be 30 listings total coming on the market, right. and just people were fighting over them. But then I also remember when the market was not hot and there would be 200 homes or property types coming on the market and, only 6 buyers out there. So,
we started with a market kind of similar to this.
Mm-hmm.
It ended up being a bad market, whereas this is not going to become that because of a couple of things we talked about before. Do you remember the story of the lady we ended up listing her a few years later after the market had changed? And she said she was literally making offers on properties as they were putting the signs in the yard. And every realtor had their contracts in their hands when they were putting signs in the yard.
We were trained to put contracts in the car so that we could handwrite them on the hood of the car.
So I think that's where everyone is right now. I can tell you if you are an FHA or VA or USDA buyer and you cannot make an offer at list price and you need closing costs, it's going to be detrimental to you. If there are a lot of cash buyers, there's a lot in the news, that says a lot of people don't have money. Every one of them was a cash buyer. Every single one. Some were investor cash buyers and some were cash buyers who were buying the home for homestead. So it's difficult. It's tough out there right now.
It is tough.
But the more listings we have, the less this will happen. Now, we've had a couple of our realtors ask, because you buyers and sellers out there are asking this, if I want to buy and there's nothing out there, what do I do? And I need to sell to buy. Well, listen, one of the stories of mine today was this weekend, these buyers who we've been working with, they know the drill. They've bought and sold with us a lot. They made sure they got their financing ready. They actually had picture ready. So they already knew, and we waited. And then we found a house that they liked, put the offer on it. It's not contingent on their house selling because that seller did not allow it. So we immediately put that house on the market, and it was already 2 offers, great offers, amazing offers within the first 6 hours. So right now, that's what you're dealing with. So don't worry about your house not selling. Worry more about getting ready, getting everything ready, your house ready, the pictures ready, everything you need out of that house to get it, to that, show ready, time. And then make sure that your schedule is able to work for fast, buyers, coming in, because ours was show, basically call me to show it the day before, the day after. And both of those people called and begged, can I get in today? And the sellers were ready because they understood. And then we were able to execute both of them at the same time, their purchase and their sale. So don't think it's not going to happen. It's actually happened perfectly for all of my buyers and sellers. Knock on wood.
No kidding.
And it's because when you get them ready and when you're ready, you can make it happen. And again, financing, you need to get your financing ready. Find out if you can do a bridge loan. Find out if you have to sell to buy. Another one this weekend, they were already under contract. They knew they did not have to sell to buy. We sold their house this weekend. We had 4 offers on their house. So, really the market for you right now is putting your house on the market, getting it ready, and probably finding that house first that you want to buy, and then immediately turning over and get that house on the market.
And those are on certain price points too. Obviously, certain price points don't have such a rush and demand, but if you're really under $250,000,
oh, for sure,
the homes are going very quickly.
But homes are even going quickly under 400 right now. True. I talk with this group of real producers. I know you're not on there all the time, but a couple of us realtors, which would include Rebecca, who have sold a lot and have a lot of experience and are known as listing agents, get together, and we are finding that, honestly, 300 to 400 range is the new, 250 to 300 range. And they're going quicker and quicker.
That's right. And actually, if you're out there listening right now and you have a home in the Hale or Tioga area, and you're thinking about selling,
buyers galore there.
We have so many buyers hunting and searching that area under 500,000. So if you have a question or an inkling in your mind, if your home might be worth around that, please reach out to us. We desperately would like to list your home because we had another call for that. I had one over the weekend. I know we had one this morning. Mm-hmm. So if you have something in that price range that you think your home might be valued around that, higher, lower, or anywhere in between, please reach out. We are hunting for you.
Yes, so we have buyers hunting.
Yes, and there you go. You can find us right there on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, or you can always email us at info@buysellrebell.com because we are looking for you. But yeah,
your listings with this shortage.
We're begging, please. We'd get down and beg, but we're mic'd up and they wouldn't appreciate that here. So, so let's talk a little bit about something for agents, or anybody that's into social media marketing.
Everybody's Zooming right now. Some of these, I know the first one is great for Zoom.
It is.
Social media tools for realtors.
Yes. And you can use these for anything that you do career-wise, just about. But nothing will make you look more glamorous than lighting.
And these ring lights, they first came out for your phone. So you could click about on your phone and take those selfies that everybody's taking. I don't take a lot of selfies, but they do make you look better. Although there's all those apps that you can give yourself lights to. But this is really for taking pictures with your phone or your camera.
Or videos, if you're an agent, which
right?
we're always encouraging. I mean, we have some stuff going on in our office that we'll talk to everybody about towards the end of the show on what the agents are up to. But it's so important to market properties. And so we always like to say that we're a marketing firm cleverly disguised as a real estate company because we love the marketing aspect. And that's why we focus on listings. So it's important if you are an agent to be utilizing things, and everybody always gets hung up on how they look on camera. And I will say that these
say, I hate my voice on camera, but here we are. you know,
Here
and
we
you
are.
just have to kind of do it. And a lot of agents get real nervous about, what am I going to look like? I need to do a Facebook Live, but I don't know what to say or do. You know, when you just do it, you start getting more and more comfortable, and you realize, oh, wait, if I have this light, you know, that can help me look a little nicer, or, you know, maybe I wear different makeup or dress differently for when I'm doing the Facebook Live, you get just more comfortable in front of the camera.
You do, and the lights definitely help. So getting a ring light, recording yourself going through a property, or just doing a tour, not only does it make you feel better and appear to look better, because I will say, somebody asked me something the other day, and I'm like, oh, I don't really know what I look like, because I feel like I'm always lit and filtered. So, you know, I'm like, here, I feel
Not
like
lit
I
and
look
like
tan.
the
Well, you never know. No, just joking. Not lit.
She's
Well
filthy
lit. Yeah, I know. Well lit in studio
I had to
lighting.
make that joke.
I know. Anybody that knows me knows that that's not a thing anymore. But yeah, so you've got selfie light cameras that clip on your phone, like Kristen mentioned. You can also put them on your computer. So if you're having a Zoom, or you're teaching a class on, you know, some other internet platform,
Or you're just meeting with your buyer or seller,
True.
and you're on, you know, on Zoom or some sort of Facebook Live or WhatsApp with them. That's a great light to clip onto your computer or your phone. And then the ring light. Yep.
Then you've also got the stylus, which seems kind of old school for this, but what you can do is when you're editing, you can add effects, you can add things to your stories.
You don't have to worry about fat fingers. The stylus does it for you.
Yes.
You can even text a little better with the stylus.
You're not looking, what is it? New home for you. And you could say
I got a hoe for you.
Yeah.
That was a joke this morning.
We've seen typos, some funny typos in real estate. Maybe we should do a whole thing on that. I saw one from our MLS, and it was like directions to the house, and it said around the tree, or go down to the tree and around the corner or something, and everybody was going wild. So, oh yeah, that was a direction in MLS. I was like, please don't be one of mine.
The best one always on the MLS that all realtors joke about and laugh about is when you have a lockbox, and we call it a super lockbox, and not everybody wants it hanging on their front door. So when the listing agent says in the directions of where the lockbox will be, seller will put out. And that's just always a joke. You always get a little laugh on that.
Yes, I have to word that very carefully. I always put seller will set lockbox out.
You only have so many words though, or, you know, so you can't put, you know, you can't really write it out like that. So.
Oh, goodness. But so those are some tools to help you with your social media marketing or filming yourself. I feel like video is the way to go. People are definitely leaning more towards that than they are traditional pictures.
Right.
Yeah. And each platform seems to really want you to use their video. Right. So Facebook wants you to use Facebook Live, and YouTube obviously wants you to use YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
Instagram, they have
that IGTV, and then TikTok, you can make your own video there. Although you can upload those to Facebook.
As long as you're not using, there are some weird rules with TikTok and music and other platforms, depending on who has the rights to that. But yeah, there's a lot that you can do with it, and feeling
it can be a lot of fun, and you can have fun with it.
The next thing, and it wasn't on our list, but the next thing I'm going to tell agents that they probably should invest in is a mic, because it is hard to hear sometimes, and they
like
have a lot of really good
little mics.
Yeah,
here.
we've got new ones. Thank you.
Check it out.
Fiesta
That's not
Media.
a little marshmallow hanging from my chin.
Yep, Fiesta Media is always upping the game, and now we have a little better miking system. But as an agent, you can get a very good little $30 mic off of Amazon. And connect that to your phone. And so then if you're well lit with lighting, let me rephrase that, doing your video marketing, and you've got a mic, you're going to feel confident, sound confident. And we've really been working hard to get the agents at the office to do more video, more confident building marketing. Yeah. So I think we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be right back. And we're going to talk about this Zillow SNL skit.
Oh, that Zillow ad SNL skit was funny. Gainesville is set in the heart of North Central Florida and is home of the University of Florida Fighting Gators, top-notch hospitals, and healthcare facilities at Shands Hospital UF Health. Gainesville is located in Alachua County, surrounded by beautiful natural habitats such as dozens of lakes, springs, and trails. You can visit nature in town at Sweetwater, Paynes Prairie, Hawthorne Trail, and Devil's Mill Hopper, to name a few. Downtown Gainesville offers art, culture, history, lifestyle, and innovation mixed within nature. Listen to local bands play at the Bo Diddley Plaza, our outdoor amphitheater. Watch a play at the historic Hippodrome Theater. Stroll through the nostalgic streets of the Pleasant Street District. Take your kids to play outside at Depot Park. Visit an exhibit at the prestigious Cade Museum, or enjoy one of the many classic restaurants, local shops, and popular breweries in the Main Street area. Please visit buysellrebell.com to search for your new home.
Hey there, welcome back.
Hello.
I love the downtown area. I don't know if you
Isn't
saw that
great?
video, but it's
Well,
so creepy.
Yeah, I did because I spoke in that video.
I thought that voice sounded familiar.
So has anyone watched Schitt's Creek? Because that is,
watched,
it's actually really funny.
5 episodes of it.
So Catherine O'Hara and Eugene Levy, I
Yes.
think that's how they are, quintessential, like the perfect comedy couple, and they're in the show. And Eugene's son, Daniel, plays David, and that's Daniel right there. And I have seen him literally on, feels like every commercial out there. I think people absolutely love him. They love his snarky, gay, not so gay attitude. But he's really funny. This is a great show. But what's even better is that he is in this SNL Zillow skit. I think we're going to try to play it for you all. If you
We're
haven't
playing it
seen
while
it,
we watch it.
It's there.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't know. Want to talk about it?
Yes, it's
just
hilarious. So I know about this show from Jamie, my babysitter, former Rabell Realty Group intern. And I will say, I woke up in the morning, I think it was Saturday morning, and I had this in my inbox from a couple people, and I thought, oh my gosh. There you go.
There you go.
That makes sense.
Yes, totally makes sense.
And I thought it was spam because it was like coming from people who never inbox me.
Right.
And so I'm like, what in the world is this? And then it was posted in our internal Rabell Facebook group.
Like 3 times now.
Yes.
Because they loved it so much.
It's very popular. So I know a lot of agents have strong opinions on Zillow, but like it or not, they're out there. They're out there, and people like
take
searching
that train
them.
down. Right.
So
I search there.
I do too. I love it when I go to other areas. But I mean, we have a good relationship with Zillow. You've
I also
spoken
find
for
realtors
Zillow
there.
and-
If I need to refer an agent
True.
or a buyer seller somewhere else, and I don't know from that area, I will go and look for the Zillow agents with the best track records, which are reviews, and I will pick 3, and I will call those 3 and make sure who answers quickest, who has their, who's willing, and who has information about the area that can help me, so I can refer a good agent. I mean, good agents are on Zillow. We're on Zillow.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm chuckling because the commercial is playing or the skit is playing, and I know what's about to happen. And
Hopefully y'all are watching that. I don't know what you see on the other end, but yeah.
yeah. So it gives me a kick because I think it's funny. I know plenty of people that search Zillow, and basically the premise is that you're in your late 30s, and this is like how you get your kicks, and you can do it with your friends or without your friends. And if you want snapped back to reality, you just click the contact the realtor, and then we basically will harass you.
The agents will harass. And it's true. I've clicked on before, and the agents in the area have harassed me. And I'm like, I'm an agent. I'm just trying to find the seller. Because a lot of for sale by owners will go on there. But what you for sale by owners don't realize is that this is really just lead generation for us realtors. You all are on there searching real estate and thinking you're getting someone who knows about the property, but you're just getting a realtor who's paying
For
to get
ads.
you for that ad.
Yes, I'd like to flip that. The best real estate line ever.
So I don't know if you all have seen Susan's video. She did a video with Short Media, and it was, towing the line of, hilarity, honestly. It was absolutely hilarious. Maybe we'll play it another time on here. But a lot of people who know her wrote her and said, did you write for SNL? Because it's very
gosh.
reminiscent of what she does.
It's funny that they did that after Susan's
they totally
video.
saw. So guess what happened with Susan's video? So I know we put it on TikTok afterwards, but her really, really good friend, you remember Heather from Canada?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So she saw it and knows how funny Susan is and said, hey, can I cut this up and put it on my TikTok? And I was like, yeah, you do that. We'll do it also. But she has Canadian realtors saying this is literally like the best video we've ever seen and sharing it between each other. So yeah, it's getting out there. She's going to be famous from that.
I'm so proud of Susan getting out of her comfort zone, shooting a video, and just doing it.
Oh, yeah. That's our ISA talking, Duffy, and she harasses our leads for us, so we don't have to.
She is that realtor that was just on screen. She's up there calling everybody and talking to them. But I just think this was brilliant. I know I've read hundreds of comments in all the real estate forums of how people, yes, they did, Susan, 100%. Mm-hmm. I see it and acknowledge it. A lot of realtors have strong opinions on it. I think you should take it for what it is and just a little bit of humor.
Enjoy it.
Poking fun of realtors, poking fun of people.
I think we realtors really got the biggest laugh out of this because we know how many realtors in the real estate world, FAR, which is the Florida Association of Realtors, the local ones and national hate Zillow. There's a huge hate for them. But there are realtors like us who see the value in it. And we can get into the weeds about why it's hated, but it is a resource, and buyers and sellers, people look there first because of their SEO, their control over Google and over, being the first one you find to search there. Also, realtor.com is a little antiquated. I hear that from a lot of people. They're like, we can't really search on there quite as well. Whereas on Zillow, you can search and find literally everything. So if I'm basically, say I'm at a listing appointment or at a buyer, with a buyer at a house, and I need to go look up tax rolls, they're on Zillow. They're easier to find on Zillow than for me to go to the tax rolls where I know where they are, because that is just not as easy to find. And if I'm looking up the address, Zillow comes up and that has the tax rolls.
I'm a big believer in if you're number one, that's where people will go. And I have no problem with the site. I understand how people in the industry feel. But my number one goal is to sell homes, and I want to be where the buyers are, and I want my listings to be where the buyers are. And
this ad was funny, which of course it's SNL. So
it's SNL.
Really
now they control SEO and SNL. So yeah, that was brilliant. Kudos to you. We've loved it. If you haven't seen the full with sound, it is on the Rabell Realty Group Facebook page, and you can go there and check it out after the rest of the podcast.
Right. So you all know that we know nothing about football.
This is your new favorite segment.
What happened yesterday? And what was that? Come on.
It was Super Bowl Sunday. Congratulations, Tampa Bay.
Tampa won. Kind of kicked their butts. It was kind of a boring game, honestly. I know you fell asleep, but I
made it through the first quarter and a half.
But it was pretty awesome. So some info about, I guess, this one. Oh, so the very first woman to referee a Super Bowl was Miss Sarah Thomas. So I don't know if y'all checked her out, but she was out there. I know all the women kick butt kind of girls were excited about it. There were a lot of Facebook posts about how awesome it was and what she did to get there. So that was pretty cool. What else do you have?
Let's see. I just want to say one thing. One thing that disturbed me the most about being in Florida was the amount of people that were rooting for the Kansas City Chiefs. And I know this isn't a fact.
You know why, though? At least for Florida people. There were, I believe, 2 ex-Gators.
I understand it.
That played for
and somebody
the
did
Chiefs.
Make that argument to me because they were like, well, who do you want to win? And I'm like, well, obviously Tampa Bay. We have an office down there. We care about the Tampa Bay area. Right. My kids were like, why don't we want the Kansas City Chiefs to win? And I'm like, because we live in Florida and we support Florida.
I'm not from Tampa, but you are, so I figured you would. Not
of
that
course.
you care about football,
not
but
that
still.
I have a red skirt
team.
on, so I kind of am for Tampa today.
There you go. It's fun when the home team wins. I think a lot of people just could not stand Tom Brady from all his years at the Patriots.
Who cares?
But we can't talk about Belichick anymore because Tom Brady came here and still won.
I know. So now we know who was the real champ.
And he was like Mahomes' dad. He played his son. Just kidding. There was a meme. Bring your son to work.
Take your son to work.
So there is another fact about Brady, which probably everyone knows, but we thought it was kind of fun, is that when Brady won his first Super Bowl, Mahomes was only in kindergarten and he was a 6-year-old. So
kudos, Tom Brady.
And that old man, Tom Brady, he brought it.
I understand they mean old in terms of like football years, because 42 is not old, just so everybody knows. So I find that offensive that everybody calls him old, but I'm sure it is if you're getting, tackled in football.
And I think Mahomes is also Go Sarah from Tampa Bay. Were you hoping for Tampa to win? I assume so. But I do believe Mahomes is also the youngest quarterback to play. So they joke about the age difference, but it's really the oldest versus the youngest.
Yes, you sent me a really funny little meme once I understood who all the people were in the meme. And it was basically like old Yoda with baby Yoda. And I'm like, oh, yeah.
This year's Super Bowl quarterbacks.
And so do you think that makes a big difference? Anybody out there can answer this because I know we probably don't really know, like the experience in having been to the Super Bowl and really, because I know I'm going to equate it to real estate.
Right.
But like if I get a listing appointment, I'm like, cool, listing appointment. I'll schedule that. We'll go. We'll win. As to where I find when a lot of new people are going for the first time, they're like, listing appointment. Oh my gosh. And they'll spend a week preparing.
Yeah, but that young quarterback, he's no like new quarterback. He's been he knew how to play. He just couldn't play up to, Tampa Bay's amazing abilities.
I'm so glad. I woke up this morning, checked Facebook, and everyone's like, it's so good to hear those cannons play.
Now, I did hear that both of these quarterbacks were all actually MLB draft picks, so Major League Baseball. So they both were baseball players and obviously quarterbacks. So that's pretty cool.
There you go.
Okay, thank you, Rabell Realty Group, whoever wrote that. Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski, I think I said it right, I always try to, hold the record for most passing touchdowns by a quarterback pass catcher tandem in NFL history. I felt like I just read Greek. But that's awesome. Hopefully somebody else understood that.
I'm just glad they won. The stadium isn't too far from our office. The office is off of
Rebecca,
Tampa
you went
Street.
on Friday and you were terrified. You're like, I got to get back.
I know. I feel really bad.
Traffic was insane.
I went down to our Tampa office on Friday, not thinking about like the Super Bowl, and I had to run down and drop some stuff off for the agents, and they were putting like cement barriers out in the street and closing streets down. And if you've ever been to downtown Tampa, there's a lot of like one ways and a lot of things that are just going on, and they were closing off sections of the street so that people could walk and do things, Super Bowl things, in the streets. I assume that just means like drink and party and all that. But it was freaking me out. I'm like, I didn't stay long. I was worried I wasn't going to be able to get out of there. And there was like zero parking.
You got back in like by 12:30.
I know. I had to go. I was trying to get back to the office,
I know.
I
You
just
missed
it.
30 minutes.
So commercials.
Yes. Okay. The commercials. You watched some of them.
I watched the ones from the first quarter and a half of them. They were not as funny as I remember. I remember as like a kid thinking the Super Bowl commercials were like the best thing ever. And I only really remember three of them from last night. And one was the M&Ms, which was right in the beginning.
Those are always cute.
But you know who was in it? The SNL guy.
Yeah, that's again Daniel Levy.
Yep. He was hilarious. I'm not going to guarantee he wasn't going to, eat the M&Ms. The one that pertains to real estate, which was Rocket Mortgage, which I thought was really clever.
Maybe because we're in real estate.
Yeah,
we kind of understood it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it resonates with people not in the industry, but I was like, oh, that's kind of funny because it was like, this might have a parachute in it. This might have, might not be poisonous, and so there were a lot of like cute little aspects in it that I was like, oh yeah, that's true, because who you use as a lender does make a big difference in how your transaction goes. Mm-hmm. And then the one that I thought was the funniest, not industry related, and like I said, I only made it till part of the second quarter, was the Gwen Stefani.
Yeah, and Blake Shelton.
Yes, where she's like talking on her T-Mobile phone, and she's like, "I'm looking for somebody from another country that's sophisticated and refined," and it heard not sophisticated, not refined from the country. Anyways, I just thought that was funny.
Was cute. Yeah,
because they're married or dating.
They're married.
Married.
I don't know. I think they're married.
We're not sure, but whatever they are, it was cute. Kudos, nice job.
Yeah, that was good. So before we get into the next one, keep it on here because you didn't watch the halftime show.
No.
But I did.
I've heard about it.
And we both liked The Weeknd.
Yeah.
Remember, we rocked out to his, or I guess jammed out to his first CD that we had. Not CD, but, download on our computer.
Aging
on our
us.
phones. I didn't have the CD. I had the download on my phone. And Susan was like, I hate this song, that I Can't See My Face, because that was my song that I had on my wake up video, or my alarm to wake me up for like a year. So I love that song because it's nice and calming, and I can wake up jamming out to it. Anyways.
Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you. Yes, they're engaged. But great music. I was just super boring. And it was so funny this morning. I wake up and I go on Facebook just to check out a few things. And there's like 20, posts in a row about how horrible they felt like it was. And, the point of view of how everybody's like, it was so boring. It wasn't J-Lo and Shakira.
I mean, how are you going to compete with J-Lo
that was really
and
hard.
Shakira?
It wasn't Beyonce, and they must have like saved money because they didn't pay for like a really great artist. And then he also was snubbed at the Grammys, like didn't even get a nomination. So they're having like somebody who didn't even get nominations or win or anything. But then I get down to one of our agents at Tampa, and she's like, that was the greatest show ever. So, hey, opinions are out there. It's
everybody's
just
got one.
A lot of them didn't like it, but there's still people who really felt like it was a great show. They said it was really artistic. It was different. They came in through, they had to work something out because of COVID, and, he worked it out artistically. So to each his own.
Yeah. I mean, considering, how things are in the world today with COVID and all that, I'm sure it was great. I'll have to go watch it. But I don't know if you can. We're going to be talking about the J-Lo Shakira one for like the next 5 or 6 years probably. So sorry. I'm sure it was
Carrie
great.
is saying about the Jessica Long commercial.
I don't know
I
who
must
Jessica
have missed
Long
that
is.
one. Well, she's that Paralympic swimmer.
Oh, yes. Okay. That was very sweet. I did see that one. I don't like tearjerker
Oh,
commercials.
that's a tear. I was like, I thought that was a laugh. Okay, yeah. I didn't see that one.
I like funny. Shallow, funny is my name of my game. You can, if you don't believe me, ask me my favorite movie titles off air. But like tearjerkers, I don't like them. I don't like to feel the feelings.
So apparently there were better commercials than we really cared about, but
Look, it has to be shallow and funny. I don't get down with the like sappy and sad. So eating M&Ms, funny sometimes.
Yeah. No, I always like those M&M commercials. They're cute. So lastly,
Prince.
Well, Prince was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
No, I have to say that was pretty awesome.
Good. But now we've moved on to J-Lo. I'm still thinking
J-Lo
about
and Shakira.
That was amazing.
I
hope I look like that at 50.
I know, right? Everybody does. I won't.
I want to.
All right. So this week, yes, we have Valentine's coming up. It's on the 14th, but we have Galentine's Day, which is usually celebrated on the 13th. Do you all celebrate Galentine's Day? We are.
We're celebrating Galentine's Day.
What's up, Edgar? You made it. I invited him. Hi.
Yay. Hi, special welcome. So, yep, if you're out there, all those female friends, be our Galentine on February 13th. I'm sure we'll have lots of cute, fun posts. We're excited about Galentine's Day.
So fun. So lately, it actually ends on the 12th. We've had this, they wanted a contest, our agents. And we said, you know what? Let's go ahead and have a fun contest because, we're all about social media, like she said, marketing. And we gave away a lot of our swag for Christmas this year. So we said the realtor who posts the most pictures with them wearing our swag and they had to tag us wins. So here's Carrie with her son. She's got her Rabell hat. And there's Mike with his Rabell raincoat from last year's Christmas. And we've got Cece. She's got her name tag on, and she had what was that donkeys in the background that she was falling in love with. Yeah, so showing some country land. And there's Sky
with
she's
the
got double time.
She's
right?
got the team jacket and her hat.
Yeah, looking pretty.
Love it.
And there's Susan with our old school hat,
also double
and glasses. Those are Rabell sunglasses. Oh,
that's right. So we're enjoying seeing them. Oh, let's see. Cindel's got her Rabell Realty Group bag as she heads into the office.
Yeah.
Very
Love
good.
it.
I like how she gets the sign in the background.
She knows. She's
but we're
learned.
having a lot of fun with it. So hopefully you're seeing them out there, out and about, working. We've seen everything from them picking up closing checks to signing contracts with the Rabell Realty Group pins.
Yes.
And it's mostly just
their mugs, their coffee mugs and water mugs out, showing houses and
to get them used to posting and being in front of the camera. Because like I said, we're really working to get everybody to use more video and be on camera more. And then also to remind their friends, their sphere of influence, their family that they're in real estate and that they are working. I love that camo hat too.
So cute. And it's a ponytail hat. So if you're a girl, you can put your ponytail as high as you want and still wear that hat.
And for the boys, we got a pretty cool gray hat. I haven't seen any of the guys. Maybe they wanted the camo. I don't know. I feel kind of bad now. But,
although that gray hat was really nice too.
I like the gray. I also want a gray one, but I'm a lover of hats. So
yeah, we have a lot of hats. All right. So as you know, Rabell Realty Group does not perform, we don't do property management, but our sister company, K&R Property Management, does. So if you are looking to rent your home and have it managed, email us at rebell@knrpm.com.
That's right.
We invest in your investment.
That's right.
Actually, we manage your investment.
That's true. But we're investing our time and energy. We also want to thank our sponsor, JMP Florida Handyman Services, with contact information here. They do remodels, repairs, and maintenance. For all of your handyman needs, please reach out to JMP Florida Handyman Services.
Yes. And if you are looking to start your real estate career or change it, join our team, and you can contact us at join@buysellrebell.com. We have a couple different ways you can join, and we'd love to talk to you. So please email us.
If you're looking to get social, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. So search Rabell Realty Group, and we will pop right up there for you.
We look forward to seeing you. And did you know we have a blog? We actually write about most of these conversations that we have here on our podcast. So please visit us at buysellrebell.com/blog, and you will read everything about what we do and real estate information.
I can't believe I get to do this slide. It's the first time ever. The Fiesta Media Group, we'd like to thank you for producing this podcast. If you would like to have your own podcast, you can contact them at 352-327. The number disappeared. And I'll never be allowed to do it again. 5089. Thank you so much, Fiesta Media. We love it. All right. And we will see you next Monday at 2 p.m.
Or you can watch this again on YouTube and Facebook.
And Spotify.
And Spotify now. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week. Have a great week.
Bye.